Welcome back to the Big Lad Podcast. In this episode, we've got a new series. It is the Adult Show and Tell. Basically, I'm going to be joined by my mates and we're going to talk about interesting things that we've seen on social media, the news, and just generally in life. So today, I am joined with Danny and Danny. Original. But let's get cracking with the show.
Why do you think time feels faster as you age?
I reckon it's because you've already done most things you do in your day-to-day life. When you're a kid, everything's new to you, isn't it?
Mm.
So you're experiencing everything for the first time. So just everything feels you're like, actually, you want the corner of my eye. Everything feels naturally.
Yeah, you've got new experiences.
And everything the day feels 10 times longer. But life just becomes mundane, doesn't it? Monday to Friday. You wake up at the same time most days. You eat 9 times out of 10 the same breakfast.
I've had the same breakfast for the last 6 years.
It's the repetitiveness of everything
Repetitive.
that makes it go faster. Whereas every day is a new day when you're younger, innit? Like you're always doing something different.
Mm.
Yeah.
If you think about it, most days, just Monday to Friday, most days merge into one.
You never remember them days, do you? You remember the days when you're actually off and you're doing something.
And you look,
know what I mean?
you're constantly thinking like, oh, it's Monday, and then Tuesday, it's close to the weekend.
I've got through May already.
You wish the week away because you're thinking about the weekend. I know you're not a parent, but since being a parent, I think the days go a bit slower. Not because it's tougher or anything like that, just purely because you're experiencing things again for the first time.
Yeah, you're kind of going on the journey, learning with
through their eyes.
Yeah, I guess I assume he's getting excited over Christmas and things like that again.
Yeah.
Where
That's a good
obviously a
example,
30-year-old, I don't really care. It's just
like you wouldn't go, like a lot of the places you go to with the kids, you wouldn't go on your own. Like you wouldn't go to like the farm or whatever.
Oh,
he definitely
I used to.
I think he had kids just to have an excuse to go to the farm.
But like just sitting there playing with blocks and stuff like that in the living room, like Rachel come down stairs after I put Frankie to bed and stuff, and I'll still be playing with the block.
And I was doing that before. I just got a colouring book and I was colouring in and he was doing something else. I was
You do, don't you?
Absolutely smashed it all in the lines.
You are reliving your childhood, so it's like but just doing things again with them and thinking, oh, this must have been how our parents seen it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So your days are longer because you're having new experiences where 9 times out of 10, like work goes quick for me because I know because I've got a bit of a routine and work. And then by the time you get home, you've had your tea. You have an hour to yourself, something, you're in bed, then it's just rinse, repeat, isn't it?
Yeah, like I said, we're halfway through May already.
I know.
I don't know how.
But that gets scary though then, doesn't it, when you think about how quick a year goes and how many years you get on the planet.
Yeah.
Especially like my job now, it's like constantly look at the next month, what's the next target, what's this next, do you know what I mean? Like that's what goes dead fast. You try your best just to like smash it all out and then go again, and it's just a constant cycle.
That's the thing, and I've been trying to consciously be more present in the moment and stop looking ahead to the weekend or stop thinking, oh, summer soon, the weather's going to be nice soon. Just doesn't matter, does it? The weather is what the weather is.
Yeah. Well, the thing is as well, it's dead hard to be present now just because of all the distractions. I know you've recently deleted social media for a little bit and got it back. Get it back. But it is, like, if I didn't do all this stuff, I don't think I'd have it. It's so distracting.
You're like a rare breed, though. Whereas most people are just finished work and go on the couch for a bit, watch telly, you're not about that life, you are.
No, the last 2 days I've not stopped. So yesterday, finished work, cooked dinner, went to the gym, came back, had a podcast, finished up about 9:30, 10 o'clock. And then I've done the exact same tonight. I just don't like doing nothing.
See, I do like that every now and then, do you?
Yeah, well, you don't get much chance to do nothing, but when you do get, I think you cherish that time, don't you, sometimes?
Yeah, cherish that little bit of time.
I think it's good to have downtime. Like my downtime usually comes on a Sunday. It's known in this house as car YouTube on Sundays because all the car channels that I follow release the videos on a Sunday. So that's me from
you sent me a couple of them.
7, 8 o'clock at night. That's me till 10 and then start again.
Strange though, isn't it? Like when you get a little bit older, what you find yourself liking that you didn't think you would like when you're young. Like you were saying, I remember you said you watch a fella on YouTube. There's no talk or anything. It's just
Oh, yeah,
him just
camping.
plodding about doing
Yeah.
camping and stuff in it. And
That's my prompt early. That's when I want to really chill and not think of anything.
but you can just switch off and just
Yeah.
have a bit of like
Yeah.
not think about anything other than just chill kind of.
Yeah, it is. I think his name's Go 4x4. He's in Australia, and he literally, like you said, he goes camping. It's kind of like an ASMR video because there's no speaking. It's just you hear like all the raindrops, like you hear his dog and like the fire and stuff. Dead relaxing. And I don't know whether it's some sort of undiagnosed ADHD or something, but it just switches my brain off for a bit.
I like watching all like bushcraft and everything on YouTube. You know, like people going into like Alaska and like living in the mountains for days and things like that.
Like the outdoor boys.
Yeah, I watched that quite a lot.
Yeah,
they're quite good.
I think because you just like some part of you just wants to do that, doesn't it? Like you just like to go out and try and survive, sort of thing.
Yeah,
it's like built into people.
Yeah, that like primal instinct.
How long do you reckon he's had lost?
What, in like the outdoors? To be honest, I think I'll be alright. To be honest,
I
think everyone thinks that. I don't know.
Yeah.
not
on the first night.
Not to that extent, like in Alaska or something, because the conditions are wild, aren't they? But if you put me in like the lakes and the mountains, something that had like minimal supplies, as long as I had cover.
See, I said a scran and a plan.
I don't think I'd be able to hunt anything. You'd be like, you wouldn't know berries to pick. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
There's not a lot that you can hunt either in the lakes, really.
Yeah,
Rabbits. But you, like, the amount of times I've been in walks and
I
that.
don't know, like, catch one. Would you reckon you'd be able to do that?
See sheep.
Probably not off the top of my own head, but you have like, do we had a couple
If
of
you have to decide to, maybe, yeah.
You want to go on like a training before
do you think you'd have it in you to kill an animal? Do you know if you just wild camping and you knew there was a shot 10 minutes away?
I think if I was hungry.
Yeah, I think if it's like a survival thing, I think you've got it.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Say like you're saying, no, for the sake of if you plant yourself in the middle of the lakes.
Yeah.
Oh,
like you're testing.
Yeah. I mean, I know. I mean, like you knew there was shops nearby.
Right.
Do you think you could bring yourself to do that?
No, because it's kind of pointless in that instance. I think if you are genuinely like in the middle of nowhere and you've got to eat, then I think kind of got it. At the end of the day, you eat chicken.
I know that's what I was just going to leave it to you. But
obviously, it's more difficult doing it yourself, having to actually kill what you're going to eat. And that's sometimes the point of those sort of activists, isn't it? Where they're like, you do it.
That's a good, this other point to raise that. Well, I feel, me like, maybe vegetarian might be a push, but I like the idea of being a vegetarian because I don't agree with the way animals are slaughtered and killed and stuff, but I feel like I can switch off to it and be like, ignorant towards it.
Yeah.
And
that's
it's like blind ignorance in it.
But that's most people, though, isn't it? Like, if you were to, like, someone say, like, go kill that cow, I don't think many people would be able to do it. Even a chicken. Not like a cow's life is more valuable than a chicken, but like, I don't think many people could do it.
It's mad though, for the sake of like, say you have 3 meals a day and 25% of it's meat. It's not hard to cut that out, really, is it? But
it's finding the replacement.
That's what I mean. I feel like
is it well done, yeah.
I love a steak.
I love eggs, but I could probably I could have fish instead of meat, I'd say.
I think you're getting bored with fish. I also don't find it very filling. That's my issue with fish. It's not a lot to it.
It's expensive as well, I suppose.
Yeah.
I just feel like most people probably would, like, don't agree with meat and how it's slaughtered.
I don't think anyone likes the fact that the animals die.
I know.
But gotta eat it in the day. I mean.
It's like a necessary evil, isn't it? And people would argue, obviously, that it's not necessary. But I think just the way society's built, it kind of is.
I don't think we see meat as animals.
No, not really. No.
Do you know what I mean?
But then I'm sure there's been studies that have been done on people that have gone veggie and vegan, and they miss out on quite a lot of like essential vitamins and stuff from meat. And then that leads on to things like brain development and things like that. So there are things that you sort of miss out. And there's a lot of people that I actually know through Instagram that went the whole vegan veggie thing, and they've been told medically that they need to start eating meat again.
But could you just not take like a supplement to account for whatever you're losing out on with the meat?
I'm not sure if it's the same sort of bioavailability. So basically,
So your body absorbs.
yeah, so some things will get broken down by like your stomach acid and won't reach where it should, basically. Whereas eating meat, obviously your stomach's got to work at digesting it and things like that. And it is the full sort of amino acids that you get from the protein, as opposed to...
Yeah, because I know some types of protein you miss out on all the amino acids, don't you?
Yeah.
That's why people mix proteins like pea protein and rice protein, because if you mix it, it makes a complete protein.
Yeah, you just have the whey protein.
Whey is just out of it, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So there's ways around it.
I don't know if it's just protein though, because there's lots of iron in there and everything like that as well, isn't there? You probably just end up taking loads of supplements, and it's whether your body can absorb it all.
There's an expense to all that as well.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like taking 20 tablets a day, do you?
Yeah. Like I feel like if I have meals cooked for me every day and everything I needed was in it, I'd have no qualms with being a vegetarian.
Yeah, but
if you're a private chef,
you try to do that. Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. If I could afford a private chef, I'd be like, there's your tea. Everything you need in that.
Yeah,
that's something nice. I feel like I could.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm too lazy to think like I'd have to cook me my own tea, and then I'd have to make Rachel's tea or the kids' tea. If I wouldn't push it on them, do you know what I mean?
Right.
But I feel like it's me being more lazy and like ignorant to the fact that of what meat is. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's the fact that you've always grew up with it as well. It's a big factor.
It's like a learned sort of trait, isn't it?
I don't think I'll ever get rid of it.
I don't think I ever will, to be honest.
Unless you could replicate meat as
apparently they've started doing that.
And it's identical.
Do you just get chicken breasts from Aldi?
Yeah.
Have you noticed the quality of them recently? They're like weirdly like stringy sort of meat. Apparently, like I've seen people, I don't know how sure it is, but apparently they're starting to introduce like genetically grown meats into shops.
So
I don't know if they need to tell you that it is or isn't.
Because it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like chemically. Yeah.
But like the standard of the meat in shops is awful, and it's getting expensive.
It's pumped with water as well.
Oh yeah, it puts on it, like filled with like sodium, like salt water, basically.
Yeah, because when you cook it, then it shrinks down to size and it just dries out.
Well, I cook it in the oven, so I'll cook all of like a full tray of chicken breast and then just whack them in the fridge. You pull the tray out and it's full of water. Like there's about a centimetre or two of water in the bottom that's just came out of all the chicken breast. It's mental.
So I always think about this, like, imagine if you just plugged yourself 500 years in the past. Imagine how would you get on with the diet that they had back then? Because
probably sounds,
they just eat. Well, they didn't have like, you couldn't go for a curry, like.
That was your first one.
Do you know what I mean? Not like it was just potatoes, carrots, beef, and like.
But if you had your mind now, mate, you'd be the sickest chef in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'd blow their minds. They're all sat there eating just bread and a bit of meat in one hand and bread. Tuna that, and then you just whip a spag ball up or something. Imagine the heads.
You ever tried to put tomatoes with sauce?
You'd probably get killed for like witchcraft or something.
What's mint? No, I don't think I'm gonna like give up. But like I said, if it goes sort of the genetic way, I'm not sure what I'd do. Like I've thought about going to like a butcher's, like proper butcher's. It's expensive though. It's not cheap.
It is, but the quality's
sounds better. But like, is it worth? So I think a tray of chicken breast from Aldi's about 10 or 12 quid.
The big one.
Yeah, and then from the same size from a butcher's was like 30.
Well, that is,
Oh, exactly.
Isn't it?
Is it worth?
I've started buying chicken thighs.
Quality, especially if it depends how you eat it, doesn't it? Because if you mask it in a sauce and stuff like that, is it going to make that much difference?
But if you look at the chicken breasts and all, they're like they're white.
Yeah, pale.
That's why I like the chicken thighs, because they actually still look like chicken. They've got a bit more fat and stuff on
them. They're like a yellowy colour, like proper chicken breast, aren't they?
That's like what you see in like America more so.
Yeah. Well, we got some from a butcher's just to try them, and they were better. Like the colour difference as well. If you look at the colour difference in mints as well, it's meant to be like a really dark, deep red colour.
Yeah.
The stuff that we get hard, it's
Like congealed, isn't it? It's disgusting in that dry pack stuff they do now. Not dry pack.
Because they don't do like
vacuum.
the plastic, plastic thing.
I know it lasts longer, but it's just like one big block of jelly.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
But yeah, I just don't know. Maybe need a couple of pay rises and start going to butchers. Set a bit more aside.
You would do that ideally, wouldn't you? But
yeah, 100%.
Obviously, I bet 95% of people can't afford it.
Well, that's the thing that you've got to cut your cloth according to your means, haven't you?
Yeah. I actually heard there was a caller on, I think it was GB News or something like that, called in, and he was like, I'm on 150 grand a year, my missus is on 80 grand a year. And then the fellow was like, oh, congratulations. He said, no, not congratulations, I'm skint. He was like, hold on, you're bringing in 230 grand a year between you and you're a skint. He's like, yeah, I've got mortgages, I've got bill pay. He's like, 50 quid in Waitrose gets me one meal. And I'm like, you shocking Waitrose? Yeah. But at the same time, Waitrose isn't that expensive because like I've done it on like the odd occasion.
A big massive 5-bed house or something like that.
Oh yeah.
That's why.
But if you're on that much money, you could live an absolutely unbelievable lifestyle. But it's just
downsize and just be.
It's still having handcuffs, isn't it? Is what they say.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
So as your wage increases, your lifestyle increases with it. Instead of actually just staying where you are and then enjoying the extra money that you've got, you go and buy the nicer car, you have the bigger house. And most people do it these days for just showing off image and status. Which
that was going to be one of my subjects today. So do you think like people actually buy things because buy things into things like act as though they like things because they actually do, or because they feel like socially pressured into feeling like they have to like that thing?
I think it is because you see a lot like, oh, he's got that car on the street, so I want to try and get a better car or whatever. And you do get lots of that, especially sort of as you go above sort of like working class. Anyway, you get to them sort of that sort of money, I guess. I think everyone's trying to compete, and it's not really a competition, is it? Because no one's really asked what car you've got at the end of the day, are they? Sometimes.
I think that's one thing.
You just, if you like, I said, let's take cars for example. If you like cars and you're into your cars, great, just buy yourself a nice car. But I think the fact that some people do it because someone else has got a better car, it's just that.
Yeah, well, that's like me. Like I've always wanted a Porsche since I was like 8 years old. So for me, getting that Porsche is not look at me, I've got a Porsche. It's an achievement that I've been able to go
like bucket list for you.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas there's people out there that will get the car because they want people to look at them and go, "What? He's got a whatever." I've noticed it, especially obviously I've got a younger brother. He's like 10 years younger. Him and his mates really are all going out buying designer clothes and things like that, which is a big chunk of their paycheck. Like, don't get me wrong, they've not got bills like we've got bills, but like they're basically spending like a couple £100 on a pair of trainers, which is maybe half the wage for the month. And it's purely just for image. And then the thing I don't get is the people that buy the fake stuff as well. So if you can't afford it, don't try and fake it.
Yeah,
that's worse.
That's one thing that's changing me since having kids. I just feel so much less materialistic now than I was before. And I used to be like, I used to spend money on trainers and stuff like that.
To that as well before, and it's like I think you mature, don't you? And you just realise how stupid was I? Like,
yeah, I feel like even without kids though, just when you get to our age now, I'm obviously like a few years older than a couple of years older than both of you, but I feel like you just different things matter to you.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Now, I'm not bothered where my t-shirts are from, where my kicks are from, as long as I like them.
My whole wardrobe's
I love Matalan now. Matalan, it's class, lad. And if you can book a day off work, TK Maxx is unbelievable. You might find like you might find like a pair of kicks in the top in 8 hours, but it's actually good for some clothes, like. But that's one thing that
rail put me off. Just endless rails clothes.
I like it. I mean, it's like a challenge. I don't know. Oh, do you know what? I saw a funny thing the other day. It's like, it's a good, like, if you're ever bored, like a date night idea. I'd say date night, just for a laugh with your missus. If you go, put blindfold on in TK Maxx and walk down the rail, and when they say stop, you have to take that out of the glove and then buy that and then go out that night and whatever you
It's like 3 sizes too small.
You got a triple XL or something.
But you could be going out with anything, couldn't you?
That's mental. Have you done that?
No,
I was
not
going
a
to
video.
say. That's dangerous. There's some like relatively expensive stuff in there, isn't there, as well? Isn't it all like some of it's designer stuff from like a previous year's catalogue or something?
Yeah, a lot of it is.
So there's still stuff in there that's not cheap.
Yeah,
Not
there's some quite expensive stuff.
So imagine you go around like 100 quid
Yeah.
shit or something.
Yeah, when you could have bought something you actually wanted.
Yeah. I'll have to do it.
That'd be funny for the stag do that.
Yeah.
That's how you dress in
Yeah. We're just allowed to stay out in London. Yeah. What was the other one that you had on your list? Or have you done that one?
No. So I've been thinking this quite a lot recently, because I always think, I wish I'd gone to uni. More so for the experience than actually gaining a degree. But my thing I've been thinking about recently is, like, the degrees really hold much weight anymore?
No, not at all.
Don't think they do.
Like, is there any point in uni though?
I don't think.
I've got a degree and I've never used anything, done anything at all.
You've got a mad one as well, haven't you?
Yeah, mine's like video game art, like the 3D modeling side of it.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah,
But sort of like building the games.
Yeah. Like on the, we used to use a program called 3ds Max, and then there was Unreal Engine and stuff like that. But we used to make the games basically. We didn't do any coding. It was just the visual side of it. But I got to the end of my degree and I was like, well, I don't really want to do it anymore. It was like I just kind of just slipped into the workforce and just that was it. It was kind of pointless, and now I'm paying it off.
It's hard sometimes, isn't it? Because you see, like, I see job roles and things like that, or things might come up in work and you think, oh, that sounds like I would be suited to that.
That's what I mean. I was kind of sold the dream a bit, because like some of the lecturers that used to be on the course, like they'd done it in like Miami and stuff, and one of them used to have like a plaza in Miami and used to get loads of money for making all these games. I think he worked on like one of the Star Wars Battlefront games, like one of the old ones. And it's like, oh yeah, I want to do that. And then the reality is, it's really hard to get into, especially getting to that sort of stage. And I think that's why it was just felt like too big of a mountain for me to even attempt it.
I suppose the good thing about having a degree, if you ever did find something that you really wanted to go for, that you needed a degree, you could do a PGC, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Because you've already got a degree in degree.
Yeah.
That was the reason I didn't end up going to uni. So obviously in college I was doing all the rowing and stuff. I had calls with universities in America. I was on
for like a scholarship.
Yeah, it would have been fully paid. Basically was on this call with a guy who's in the American Olympic team, who then helped foreign people come into American unis. And he was like, what's your 2K time? And I was like, 6:40. And he was like, right, I can get you into here. If you improve it slightly, I can get you into this one, which is slightly better. And I was like, I don't really want to go to uni because there's not a job I want to do that requires a degree. So it's kind of pointless. Like, obviously it would have been an amazing experience going to America. But at the time as well, I think I'd only just started college, really. So
it's a big jump.
I was like 16.
Yeah.
Deciding to jump across to America. And like at the time, there's all sorts in the news. And then I got on my apprenticeship scheme. And I don't think there's a better way to go into it, to be honest, because you get paid to get your qualifications. And also, by the time someone's came out of uni, you've got 3 years under your belt already.
Yeah. That's the thing, though, sometimes. A job role could be perfectly suited to you, but all you're missing is that degree. Do you know what I mean? And you've got the experience, you've just not got the degree.
Yeah.
But experience carries so much more weight.
But it's one of them now. Even some like postgraduate jobs are not paying much over minimum wage.
I know.
So it's not even worth it.
Really?
Yeah.
You get postgraduate jobs at like 35k, 30 to 35k. And it's like, what's the point? Because minimum wage now is what, like 27, 28?
What does minimum wage, see if I can.
It's about 28k in it.
Well, I think so. Full time, like 40 hours is probably about 27k.
Can you think about it? If you go to uni and study for all those years, and if you get your head down and proper study, I know there's some fun that goes along, but like, and then the experience of like independent, being more dependent and stuff. If you live out and you get those life lessons, don't you? But then you're in debt.
Yeah.
I know you don't start paying it off until you earn over a certain amount and things like that.
I
But
think it's over 27k, and then it's
That's minimum wage, isn't it?
9% of whatever's over 27k or something.
yeah, so
Minimum wage for a 40-hour week works out at 26,436.
weird.
26,000.
Yeah, just under 26,500.
Right.
And then for a 37.5-hour week, it's just under 25. I think that, so when I started on my scheme,
How much I actually paid towards my student loan.
well, there was a girl who was on my apprenticeship scheme. She was a year older than me. She'd gone to uni for a couple of months, realised she didn't like it, had to pay the full year back. I was speaking to her the other day because I was up in Newcastle where she worked. She was like, I've still got my student loan. And she's barely
From
paid.
1 year.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's barely paid anything off it. Because it just starts building up interest, doesn't it? Like the interest rate's ridiculous. So you have to earn quite a bit over the threshold to actually start paying it back in a decent way. And I was like, why don't you just get rid of it? Like, I think she's got like 3 or 4 grand left on it, and she only had, I think, 7 or 8 to
70
pay.
quid I paid towards my student loan last month.
Jeez.
Well, you've never used it.
What?
You've never used your.
No.
The thing is, you'll probably never pay that off though either.
It's real tough to do.
And the thing is, not like to.
Yeah, after 35 years though, isn't it?
Not like a kick in the teeth or anything though as well. Mate. You'd like, if you're not into that at the end of your degree, it's quite a niche.
Oh no,
It's like quite a niche subject, so you're probably not. So unlucky that.
Yeah, that's it. I'm lucky, yeah.
The girl that I was speaking to, though, I worked it out. She'd probably paid about 15 grand in student loan fees over the last 10 years, 12 years, and didn't actually even get a degree.
Well,
And she only had, I don't know.
You still pay for the year
Yeah.
being there, don't you?
So she still got like a ridiculous amount left on it. Like, get rid of it.
But I was an employer though, and I saw someone had just come out of uni. And fair enough, they've got a qualification behind them, but they've got no work skills, for one.
Yeah.
And then somebody may come along who hasn't got, on paper, doesn't look as decorated, but then they carry even a small amount of experience. I think that holds more than a degree.
It's like skills though as well. Like most uni students going out how many times a week? They've not actually grown up yet. They might be living out, but they're not living a realistic life. Living out. They just come out as 18-year-olds, really, with a potential drinking problem.
You get a lot more
60 grand a day.
You get a lot more old. I think you get a lot more older people going to uni as well. Look, do you know, it's not all 18-year-olds, is it?
Yeah, but we're talking standard people that
Yeah.
go on uni, like general route. It's not standard for you to go an older age. Obviously, there's night classes and things like that you can do. Like I've got 2 master's equivalents through company paying for it.
Yeah.
Got no doubt.
I think you're quite lucky though. It's quite rare, I'd say, when you know exactly what you want to do.
I didn't want to do it. I just knew I was good with numbers. I did maths and further maths and physics and chemistry at college, and I was literally just applying for jobs on Indeed.com. Literally every single job, because I was like, I'm not going to uni. I need a job. My dad was like, you need a job if you're not going to uni. So I was literally apply. Started getting a bit of traction on a couple of them, and then got that one.
But it's something your dad was doing anyway, though, isn't it?
Not quite. Accountancy is very broad. He does more personal. Well, at the time, he was doing more like personal taxes, like tax returns for companies and things like that.
Yeah.
I do management accounting, so dealing with
Projects
finances,
and stuff, yeah.
projects and financial figures for our business, not someone else's business.
I feel like it's another thing when you're in school and you finish school and you go to college. It's such a big decision to make because you only get one free crack at college, don't you? Before you have to
realise how big it is because you think people just go along with it.
And I feel like there should be so much more like support for people finishing
It's
school.
just like you can just be like, you just get asked, oh, what do I pay?
I wish you could have like I wish you could jump 10 years in the future just for a day, just so you can process how much of a big decision it is. You know what I
Do you
mean?
know what's mad though? So like I went to Carmel, didn't I? They had such a big push on unions because they always tried. We were, I think, one of the top colleges in the country at one point for certain topics. I think it was maths was one of them. They had such a push to get people into Oxford and Cambridge because every year they'd have maybe 5 or 6 that would go, and then it was just shoving people towards uni. There was
Yeah.
nothing for like apprentices or anything. Like we had one day, I think, where there was a few different like local companies that you weren't really interested in. And then when they found out I got mine, they were like, "Oh my god, how did you do it?" I just applied.
Was that more of like an academic college and not like a, because you when you think of an apprenticeship at the time, I don't know if it's just me, you think of like a trade, you know?
Yeah. Most people would think of it as a trade, but there are like accountancy ones out there as well. And yeah, every teacher would be like, "What, you managed to?" I was like, "I literally just applied. It is not that hard. Just go and look."
One of my topics, I had led into it a little bit. I've gone a little bit on a tangent now, but it was more about obviously uni and college and stuff and students and that. And I think nowadays, like you talk about uni, you'd like to experience it, you'd like to go out and drink and stuff like that. But I don't think they're doing that now, though.
No,
It's
there's
a,
a
it's a
massive
lot,
shift, isn't there?
massive shift. Yeah, a lot of people not like pubs and clubs are all closing down because they're not getting people.
It's expensive though as well.
I think it's like a generational thing as well, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
This
it's like a-
generation don't drink as much, don't
No,
go out as much, like you're saying.
I really think it's just down to the cost, though. I just think it's like a cultural change.
which is a mix, I think.
Yeah.
You've got obviously the rise of high rocks and stuff like that and all that. Like obviously I give it a bit of stick online, but generally it's a good way for people to get into some form of competition and health and fitness. But imagine you're in the pub on like a Friday or a Saturday, and you've got to train the next day. You don't want to do it.
I think
And then
gym's open 24 hours as well.
Yeah.
We'll just go to the gym.
I think a lot now as well, that generation now of like 18-year-olds and young adults, they pay attention a lot more to what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
Whereas when I was 18, like if I was in uni, I'd be out every day, you know.
Yeah.
That would be my thought, right? Finish uni, get changed, go out. And that was the you can imagine what it was like for you, yeah. But now they're like, you see a lot more young people protesting loads more. You see them more activists and stuff like that because they're taking it.
I think it's just the news is more readily available though as well.
That's a massive thing, isn't it?
Aware of what's going on.
Yeah, social media is massive, isn't it? So and you don't choose whether you want to see something. You see it sparks your interest, doesn't it?
Yeah, but the thing then is, if you engage with that, then it'll just show you more of it.
Yeah,
and more and more. But yeah, it's just a mix of everything. It's the price of it, it's the change of like people moving towards fitness and looking after themselves a bit better. But yeah, I
It's
don't
not necessarily a bad thing. But
No, it's not.
No.
But it is also sad that pubs are shutting down.
I think it does limit people's social interactions though as well, because
Yeah,
there's that side of it. Like I don't think the younger generation are as social, like in that kind of respect.
Social online, aren't they, a lot of them?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
is
that's
that
the
really
issue,
the same thing?
No, that's what I mean. It's social online, but you lack actually
humans.
human interaction is massive, isn't it? Even like sitting here now, we're getting a lot more just sat here talk to each other.
Yeah, imagine if we were doing this online.
I know it just doesn't hold. Like,
no, it's definitely not the same thing. Especially if it's just like over like I don't know, Skype doesn't exist anymore, does it?
Yeah.
Like FaceTime or something. Like it's not the same.
Yeah. Well, you go back to the COVID times, we were doing quizzes, weren't they? Everyone was doing quizzes. Yeah, it was a laugh. But it was the only thing you could do.
I don't think the country really ever recovered in that respect after COVID.
No,
the
well,
social
I
respect.
worked from home most of the time. Like, I barely ever go to the office. Before COVID, I was 5 days a week.
Yeah.
There was that generation, wasn't there, that just turned 18 in COVID, and obviously they didn't go out. So it was probably led on from that. The generations after just didn't follow suit.
Like my nephew now, he's just doing his GCSEs this week, and when he finished year 6 in primary school, didn't have any leavers or anything because of COVID. Then started year 7, didn't really have like a normal start to school. Had to wear a mask in school for 2 years, and then was told like not to be told to be a metre away from each other. That must have a massive impact on. And then like they didn't do SATs and stuff like that, and then right now you got to do GCSEs and like your future depends on this, you know?
Yeah, it's never prepared for it.
There's a bunch of kids that were just turning 18 that came out of COVID at 20 and missed. Like, I'm not saying it was the be all and end all, but going to the pub for the first time.
Oh yeah, you
Most
make
people drink before that, but
and you make a lot of mistakes in those 2 years that are big life lessons, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You learn from your mistakes a lot when you're young, don't you?
Yeah.
And you need to make those mistakes to learn from them, don't you? And if you can't be social and you can't go out and you do daft things and stuff like that, then all that's being stored up somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's like we were saying as well, it also transfers into the workplace. So you've got a portion of kids that were sort of coming out of college and a portion of kids that were coming out of uni that are then stepping into the workplace without essential skills of just being able to communicate with someone. And like, I've noticed it in a few people that I've came across in work that are on either the grad schemes or the apprenticeships. I'm like, you are still just a child, like mentally. You don't know how to sort of react and respond in the workplace. Like, obviously I've been there, I've made mistakes when I've been speaking to people, but like you say, you learn from doing that. You don't really get that same lesson when you're on a Teams call.
Yeah. Yeah, or you spend your nights just, most of them probably just spent the night on Xbox and just, you know, we were on MSN when we were kids, but we were always out in the day, and then we had to go home, then we weren't speaking of women, but they choose to just stay in a lot more, don't they?
Yeah. And a lot of people are struggling with loneliness as well because of that. Like, they're connected loads online, but they don't actually have a connection in person, which makes a difference. And this is one of the reasons why I'm doing this as well, because it's an excuse for us to all just sit here and chat all over the road.
That's it. I was saying before, and as hectic as my day is, and then getting home and the kids and stuff, like, I was thinking, like, I feel like I could just do some me time tonight, but coming here then and having a chat's just nice. It's like an escape, and
Yeah, you almost forget that's there.
yeah, it is nice to actually just geek, isn't it? And just actually have a chat.
You know what? It's that much. I've not even turned the ring camera on. The light, the ring light. I haven't even turned that on.
Just remember what you said.
Yeah. Do you know what?
No, the camera's on, the ring light isn't on.
Do you know, I've made a conscious effort. No, it's something that I did anyway to an extent, but you know, actually just speaking to people more now. And like, I'll have conversations with loads of, I always speak to old people in the supermarket and stuff. Do you know, when they're on their own shopping and stuff, to say hi and stuff, and you just get chatting naturally. And
probably think.
No, it's quite nice. It's quite nice, isn't it? Especially when you speak about loneliness and stuff.
Yeah.
A little 5-minute chat to them might make their day. Do you know, they might not have spoken to anyone all day, or you might not have spoken to anyone in a while.
There's a couple on our estate that I always walk past. I always have a quick chat with them.
Just nice to speak to people.
That's another thing, like, obviously moved into a different job last year, but you have to get to know people as part of the job. People initially don't want to speak to you initially, but then you break the barriers down and stuff, and you actually have like a good chat with people, and it's just local people as well.
Yeah, as soon as you can relate to somebody, your barriers do naturally come down. And if you've got shared interests, then you're more like susceptible to open up. Especially in sales, like you're saying, if you come in and you're just attacking someone with buy this, but if you get to know them beforehand, you can then tell them what the advantages are going to be to their life. If you to buy this home.
Because it's about helping them at the same time. It's finding the right car or whatever you're doing.
Yeah. But the thing is, if you go straight over to them and bombard them, it's like a cold call in person, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone's just going to shout straight off.
So I don't know, people can do like door-to-door sales.
Yeah.
You're invading someone's privacy. It is someone's home. It must be horrible.
Nobody wants to answer the door, do they? Do you know what I mean? Nobody wants to answer the door.
The return on investment of that must be so low.
Yeah.
I'm sure James Smith speaks about it because he used to do it, and I'm sure it was for every 100 doors he knocked on, he'd get a sale or something ridiculous like that. I'm like, how much is he getting paid? Like, obviously not a lot for walking around, but like, how big is the sale? How big of a sale are you going to do to net the cost off of actual someone walking around?
And I bet most people sign up just to get man or woman away and then they cancel straight away. Do you know, that must be infuriating. Hopefully the person still gets the commission.
Because the thing is, we've got a sticker on the front door that was left up from the previous owners, which was like no nonsense calls, and honestly,
I'm not gonna lie, though,
they
George,
look
right?
at it and they disappear.
When I first came to yours and I saw that, I thought that you must be the only person at the time in your 20s in the world who's got a no cold callers sign on the door.
It's great, it's great because like where I sit to work upstairs, I can see outside, and every now and again we get Jehovah's Witnesses coming down, and a few of them I've caught them on the ring camera fuming. Like they come up to the door and go, "Oh, for God's sake," and walk off. I'm like,
do you know what though, right? He's like the cold caller out of our mates group, though, isn't he? Yeah. Come do this podcast, come do this, come do this, try and do this, let's do this, let's do that. He's the cold caller of the mates.
He's the person that organises stuff. Like,
we're the suckers that say
but the thing, I've always been like that. It goes back to high school. Like, I would lie about people coming out to get other people out and then get them people out. I'd be like, because you'd always send all the texts out and go, "Are you coming out?" Like, I'd be sat there sometimes literally with one other person in the footy.
Yeah, everyone's out.
Everyone's out. Who's everyone? I'd be like, "Oh," I'd just say who else I'd spoke to. I'd be like, "So and so's coming out. They're coming out. Are you sure?" "Yeah, they're coming out." And then all of a sudden, everyone's out. The first few people aren't happy though. Because they turn up and they go, "Like, we're on the way."
Yeah, did say 6 people are going to be here today.
Message 10 got to.
You got any more subjects?
Yeah, have you got one? I know you said like a few within.
Not apart from that one, I had, but
Got something I heard on another podcast. It's not really a subject for this, right? But if you could add a 0 onto anything in your life, what would you do? What would you add it onto? So if you could so if you could like times, say, your bank account by 10, or you could add a 0 to your age that you die, or what would it be?
oh,
Do you know what I was thinking?
because I think obviously your bank account is one that you immediately think
But
of, but there's probably better.
You need to box clever, don't you? So I was thinking, add a 0 to the value of my house, because you're in the millions straight away, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? Sell your house, you're done.
Really?
Be new house that point. Like, you know what I mean?
It's the most expensive.
Yeah, what's the most expensive thing you own? Add a 0 to that. But then
your salary, if you just constantly earn that for a few years, you're in the same position.
But you could, not really though, because you still have to go to work and earn that.
Oh, for easy numbers then, say your house is worth 300 grand, you've got 3 million. Say you're on 50 grand, you're on 500 grand a year.
Why didn't I think, well, add a 0 to your salary?
I was going to say something.
Oh, I'm stupid.
There's 5 million a year.
What's she earn?
5
million. $500,000 in car sales. Jeez, I'm changing jobs.
No, it'd be
your salaries for the rest of your life. You're talking a one-off payment of like, say your house is 300 grand, it's 3 mil. But say you're on 50 grand, you're on half a mil.
You know what I mean? You could set your own business up doing car sales, couldn't you, lad?
And then pay someone else $500,000.
It'd be also a big podcast for you, wouldn't it? 'Cause you're sad.
Wow.
There's got to be a cheat code. Yeah,
there's got to be something. I wouldn't want to live till I'm like 800, mate. No chance.
Did you hear the one that was on that podcast? He said his tennis serve.
I know, that's all right.
So like he's like, I reckon my serve's 80 mile an hour, so it'd be 800 mile an hour. He's like, I'd win every match. But then he was like, yeah, but you've got to break whoever else is serving. He was like, yeah.
So I thought this, but then if you think about it, right, if you added a 10 to the fastest you could ever run, you'd be the 100-meter sprint world champion.
Oh, yeah, you'd make loads of money.
Yeah,
you'd be absolutely right.
I know it's 200 mile an hour.
Do you know what I mean?
That's better than having a 0 to salary because you get a new job then, aren't you?
Yeah.
What if you
exactly? Yeah.
Hey, imagine the hammy pull at 200 mile an hour.
Wouldn't matter because you would just be the 100-meter sprint world champion. You'd just be the most famous person in the world. You can run 200 mile an hour.
Yeah.
Imagine how fast you'd get to the shop.
Is that the mate?
Hey, what's this? You could buy imagine indicating on the motorway and you'll see someone bump past you.
Well, how much is a Bitcoin?
About 70k, I think, at the moment.
So if you sold your house, bought as many bitcoins as possible, and add 0 to that, what do you reckon?
No, but you can't put in groundwork before you get the zeros, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Say that to me in the ear.
Also, you've got to have equity in your house to be able to buy the Bitcoin. Because you've got a mortgage to pay off.
Yeah.
If you've got a 300 grand house and 250 grand mortgage, you're only 50 grand up.
Yeah, but you pay your mortgage off after you've done the 0.
Well, you get the money to buy the Bitcoin.
Do you know what wouldn't be a bad one, though? Adding a 0 to the amount of houses, you know? You just got 10 houses straight away.
Mm-hmm.
No, but you'd rather be able to run 200 mile an hour, wouldn't you?
No, but is that more than the 0 on you?
Yeah, what houses have we got?
Yeah.
Are they 10 of the same house that you already own?
Yeah, I'd be buzzing with that, me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you not?
I don't know.
Just rent them all out.
But then again, you could do that if you added a 0 to your current house and then just bought a load of your houses.
I suppose, yeah. It's got to be.
It's got to be something, hasn't there?
We're missing a big one here.
Mm.
Yeah, because there's things that you could do to make you make a lot of money, or you could just make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. I'd do it so I feel like I'd be some sort of like sports superstar, do you know what I mean? Like a sprinter or
So you've got just something about you, haven't you?
how far
What
you
about
can
like
jump. That would be a mad thing, that.
synapses in your brain?
Jump like 20 meters.
Yeah. How mad would that be?
What if you just become the cleverest person? Just
Add the 0 to your IQ.
yeah.
But would you get
Could you
sick of being so
monetize that?
clever?
Yeah, I think I would.
I would.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Imagine you noticing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
You'd be
too
too
many
aware.
possibilities and stuff, and
Yeah, but it's finding a way to then monetize that, isn't it? Pointless being dead smart if you can't make money on
well,
it.
if you're the best mathematician in the world, I'm sure.
I think about it now. What's the thing you love doing the most, like sport wise, or do you know, like in your free time?
Add a 0 to me, Ben.
Or if you could be if you could play a sport for a living, what sport would you play apart? Would you play footy? Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like I'd probably play golf. Me.
Would you?
So I'd
Add a 0.
find a better way around that.
Add
Yeah.
a 0 to your drive.
You know what I mean?
You can make a lot of these golf, can't you?
Yeah. Not even just that. Just
You
have
what?
one way.
What are you adding a 0 to in golf?
Probably
You wouldn't
just
add it. Well, you wouldn't add it to your drive because if you can only drive like
Me shot
200, driving 2,000.
shot accuracy.
So if you were like,
But how's that
50% accurate, you'd be 500%.
Yeah. It's not even worth.
No,
You're
you'd
the
just be
numbers man.
bang on, wouldn't you? Every time.
Yeah, there you go.
Every
So
goal's
you're guaranteed to be the best golfer in the world.
Well, not necessarily. All in one.
Right.
It just always go to where you want it to go as long as you can reach it.
Yeah, so you'd be the best golfer in the world.
Well, you can measure the force of your fist, can't you? So if you went into boxing and you had the hardest punch ever, you just knock everyone
Would be.
one.
I think you'd be killing people.
That's
You're not knocking people out.
yeah, brain damage. So,
You're getting done for life.
well, yeah,
Obviously, a boxing one would be that's just nasty.
Someone just flies across the arena. Oh my god.
Crush someone's head.
It's a jumbo screen.
First punch, body disintegrates.
Like the boys, have you seen that?
Yeah.
Have you seen
Do you know what? Like, have you seen The Boys?
no.
Right.
Oh, have you not?
Right. So it's all about like it's superheroes, but they're really bad.
Yeah.
Right. And my missus walked in whilst I've been watching it twice. And the first time she walked in, right, this woman was grinding on this fella's head. I'm sorry, this isn't podcast.
No, it's Sam. Everything goes.
And then she crushes his head. Like, so she's like, "What are you watching?" And then like the next season come out, and she must have forgotten what. And then she come in, and there's a fella, this gay fella, right? He can make himself like this big, and he runs up his fella's knob, makes him spunk everywhere, but dies, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, doesn't he go bigger again
Yeah.
inside him and then?
Oh yeah, blows his fella up. And she walked in on that. She's like, "That's it. Happens now."
The best 2 times.
I was like, you should see the rest of it. It's quite normal, you know.
Anyway, 0. I'm still thinking of a 0. You know,
You
0.
could be like an F1 driver if you
Oh,
bought
that'd be, yeah, but
I'm too tall for F1.
yeah, we'd be good.
Too heavy as well. A 0 to the fastest you've ever driven. You can't monetize it, like, but be quick.
what, 1,400 miles an hour or something.
I've never been past the speed limit. So 700.
What about like adding a zero to to the chances of you winning a bet? Do you know what I mean?
I'd still be low.
Do you know what I mean?
So you had a 50% chance of winning the bet, it'd be 500%.
Yeah.
Or the return of the bet.
You could have
So say
you could have think that
no,
the current bet's
so like
accurate.
a 50 to 1 would become like a 5 to 1. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you
So
still
you'd still
5
get
to
the
1.
50 to 1.
No, what I'm
Yeah,
so you'd still you'd still get the 50 to 1 money,
Yeah.
but the chances would then go, yeah.
But there's a betting app
But you still
that did stuff like that, give you multipliers. That, what was it called?
You'd have to quit or
Quick or something like that. Don't know if it's still about. Like you press a button and give you a multiplier. So you'd basically have the same chances with a higher odds. But you've got to think that I'm still having a chance of winning a 5 to 1.
What about your ability to perceive time?
What are you having a 0 to on that?
You so you can slow down time.
Is that not so?
What
What
would
would
you
you
do?
age on then? So you just live 10 times longer?
No, but
No, I
switch
feel
it
like
on and off.
yeah, like click.
Shit on in that. I've got this remote, right, that doesn't currently exist.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
It is a tough. It's
I feel like you've just. I feel like you've got to be. My answer would be anything to do with making sure to do something I want to do, like be a professional golfer or be a professional footy player, or I'll be like the fastest person on earth.
But the thing is, with that, would that outweigh you adding a 0 to your salary for the rest of your life?
I'd say
Money wise,
because you could earn ridiculous amounts of money straight away, couldn't you?
how much do you reckon you'd earn?
Doesn't necessarily. People are rich and necessarily happy.
But it allows you to do whatever you
It's
want.
true, isn't it? Do you know what? This is a great point. You know, I was just thinking of it. I was walking with me lad, and I thought he was in the pram, and I was thinking about like you know, money and stuff. How you can make money in the future and like different things I could do in the future and stuff. And then I was just thinking, no matter how much money I make, it would not make a difference to this journey whilst I was walking with me lad in the pram, because you don't need money for that. So you'd only be happy when you needed to buy something.
There's a saying, isn't it? Like if you can enjoy if you can't enjoy a coffee, like
Don't know where you're going with that.
if you can't enjoy a coffee like at home,
Yeah.
and you can't enjoy it on a yacht or something like that, is along the lines. It just allows you to have freedom, though, doesn't it? That's the thing. It's the stress of not having to worry about bills and.
It does, but there's got to be a point to where that becomes irrelevant when you've got that much.
Reality would just change, wouldn't it? So
you forget about that, would you?
You'd get different stresses in your life that money would.
Yeah.
Money is no longer a problem, but then you'd have the pressure of having all that money, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends how you play your life out after getting the money. If you just stay the way you are and enjoy yourself a little bit more, I don't think there's an issue. But it is going back to that golden handcuffs thing. If you start getting all this money and then it's, we'll get a yacht, and there's the cost of maintaining a yacht, and then you get a private jet. There's all the stresses that go with that. I think quite a lot of people think wealthy people are just immune to the normal stresses of life. Like they still go home and have an argument with the missus or the fella. There's still stuff that
you can just be depressed for no reason. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, just have a bad
A lot
day.
of rich people are, aren't they? It's not like it's.
And a lot of them are lonely, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because people just do use them.
Don't lose.
Well, that's the thing.
Really, mate.
That's the thing. Yeah, you thinking, are they just me mate because I'm minted?
Yeah. That's why a lot of them, like, I noticed it with YouTubers. You know, ones that have came up with all the mates, they still have the same really close group of mates. They're all now minted. They don't tend to hang around with new people because they think they're only here because I'm who I am. It's YouTube.
I would get it, especially obviously money and fame are different things, but if it goes hand in hand sometimes, and if you were famous, it would. There'd be new challenges, wouldn't there? You can't just go for a coffee or something.
Yeah, I think you forget about that when you, like I was saying, I'd love to be a golfer or a footy player. But then imagine just like nipping the shop.
Yeah.
And you're getting bombarded with pictures, and so I know that comes with it, but that can't be that.
It's the sort of handoff,
Yeah.
isn't it? That's, you want to go do that, that's what you've got to accept. It's going to happen. Like Joe Massip's disappeared off the face of the earth, apparently. He's got no social media since he finished playing.
That's the best one to do, isn't it? Yeah.
No one knows.
See that picture of Higuain the other day?
No, I love him.
Yeah, he looks like he's enjoying life.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's sat with a cerveza on the beach. He's having a good time. Does he look rough like it? But yeah, it's. I think I'm just gonna have to go with the 0 on my salary.
On your salary?
Yeah.
It's not a bad one, is it?
No, I'll take it.
You're guaranteed to stay in that job, don't you? Imagine wasting it. And then they go,
Does it on the salary?
Does it redundancy?
You're costing the company too much. So you do that.
Sorry, you can't keep paying your face.
it'd have to be your whatever job you go into stays with that job. Yeah, that 0 stays.
Yeah, you just take a part-time job, wouldn't you?
You'd be pissing people off in work, wouldn't you? When you walk in, they're like, "Why are you on doing the same role as me?" But you've got like a family outside or something.
Oh well, yeah, there's that actually. Yeah, it'd be a different kind.
Just go to my money, you know what I mean?
I invested in some crypto. Paid off.
Got any more?
Quite a few of them are longer, and you two just started laughing.
How many chapters have these only got?
Huh?
How many chapters have they got?
They're quite in depth. I mean, there's one that kind of links into what we spoke about actually, which is a concept called Ikigai. It's a Japanese concept, which is a reason for being. Kind of links into what we were speaking about before, and what you were saying about going for a walk with your dad and the money not really making too much of a difference. And it's about the idea of happiness comes from finding the overlap between what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be rewarded for. So it's not just about the money, it's about what you can actually give back as well.
Yeah, I feel like most people enjoy like the giving, don't they? You know.
Yeah.
Just too much on that side.
So well.
Holy.
You're thinking too much about the boys.
Yeah. Like at Christmas, I wouldn't be bothered what anyone buys me. I like seeing people open the presents, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when we were on that walk the other day, on that community walk around that park,
and
I remember I was just in the conversation, I said, "Oh my God, that tree be boss for the picnic." And you were like, "Why is that this come through your mind?" But I like to.
We made conversation and something else. You were like, "That'd be sick for the picnic."
But it's just nice to like look up sometimes, and look at the top of the tree instead of the trunk. Do you know what I mean? I was walking through the park.
You don't look up though, don't you?
I was just looking at the top of the trees, swaying, and I thought, I never look at these.
When was the last time you looked at the stars at night time?
Yeah, I'd just try to take your surroundings in a little bit more. That'll probably slow your days down.
Yeah, I did that a couple of weeks ago. I went up Cat Bells after Joe's wedding, actually. Johnny and Jake were meant to come with me, swerved it, so I was like, stuff that I go on my own. I'm here anyway. And I was going up Cat Bells, like the final bit, because I'd walked all the way from Keswick. So it was about, I think it was about 7 or 8K to Cat Bells. And I got there and I thought I could walk this the whole way. But I took my time and just turned around. There's literally like this unreal view of the lake and Keswick in the distance and all the other mountains. And you've got fighter jets coming over and like big military planes and stuff. Just sat on the sides for 20 minutes, half an hour.
It's nice, isn't it? Especially when you're on a walk, sometimes just like enjoying the quiet.
Yeah. So I just like having no signal on my phone more than anything. Like, I cherish that.
Because this is where it gets deep. At the end of the day, we are just organisms on a giant rock in the middle of billions of light years of space.
Yeah, we're not that important, are we?
No.
Like, I watch my little girl walk through the park.
We're lucky we exist.
I feel like she's made me taking everything. Do you know, like when I was on the walk, I said, "Look at that tree, that'd be boss for hitting it." She makes me do stuff like that since because she's my first part. Watching her walk through the park and you're just walking on the path. And to you just see like the park.
Yeah.
But to her, she walked past like, "Oh my God, look at that colour of that leaf, look at that worm over there, look at it," you know what I mean?
Thinking what are they thinking there?
And I feel like she's, from having kids, it's kind of built into me now, so I'm looking at every single thing I walk past.
It's about being present, isn't it? Actually, I enjoy going hiking because I have no signal, so I literally cannot use my phone other than take a photo. So I went up Scarfell back in February, I think. About 8 hours, no signal. It was unreal. Just felt so cleared for the day. And I think that's why a lot more people are getting into hiking as well, because it does just make you be present.
Yeah. It's nice just being out and about and
Yeah.
fresh air in your lungs. Nice.
Yeah, definitely. I think.
Do you know, since you've had kids as well, you just become like ridiculously emotional?
A little bit, yeah. Because it's like, it's not about you anymore, is it?
Yeah, the little.
You mean like more careful and stuff like that?
Not even that. Like, I was always just like stone faced me, you know, like never showed me emotions much. Not because I didn't want to, I just wasn't very I didn't find things like sad or anything like that. I'd have to watch like an advert now crying. Honestly.
Yeah.
I was watching do you know, like one of the, I think it was Life on Our Planet or something like that with David Attenborough. I was watching it on my phone, my break in work before.
You appreciate life more, don't you? I think.
And this buffalo was getting killed, mate, by lions. And I was thinking, I wonder whether that buffalo's got kids. You know what I mean? And I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was watching, I was like, this doesn't sit easy with this. I mean, what if that buffalo's got a kid? And it's thinking, where's the, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then I'm thinking, what is going on in my head?
I wouldn't be vegan or veggie.
I've changed, mate. I swear, I've changed.
Definitely changed.
All I ever think about, like, is I can't, like, read. That's why I don't like social media a lot of times. Well, you don't choose what you see. You see articles like kids kidnapped.
You can't look at it.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there are ways of doing it. You long hold posts on Instagram and press not interested, and it will stop showing you that sort of stuff. So what you engage in and spend time looking at, it'll just show you more of it. So sometimes you do have to just go on your For You page or Explore feed or whatever it's called, just long hold them and not interested. We'll finish on one final one then. What is the most important lesson that you both learned since being parents?
Mine's definitely to be more present. What just highlighted what's actually important. So even though I like work and I need the work, work's not important. It's important to pay the bills, but like my stress stops at work, and then I come home. I don't think about work until my kids are there. So I want to be present in the moment, you know. Give them 100% of me when I'm with them. And I have found times where I'll be playing my little girl or something and just find myself just like, I'll grab my phone and flick through Instagram for like 5 minutes, and I think, like, she's probably looking and think, why is my dad on the phone now? You know? And then so that's what led me to deleting Instagram and stuff. But it's just being present in it. Yeah. Being present, and
I don't think you need kids for that either.
Yeah. But that's what brought it out. That's the biggest lesson for me, being present and making sure that they feel like seen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not, Rowan doesn't really know what's going on much, but Frankie definitely. I think it's massive because you don't realise how much of an impression
they're a proper sponge at that age, aren't they?
Yeah, they copy you so much, and it's all learned behaviour, and I just, like, you need to be a lot more mindful of what you do when you've got kids and how you speak, and like, even now I've stopped saying like, oh my God, they'll say oh my days, you know what I mean? And Frankie walks around and go, oh my days, and I think like she does replicate what you say. Yeah, I know that isn't one thing, like, but definitely being more present in the moment and just make sure when I'm around, they've got my time.
Yeah.
And they've got me 100%.
Like, I obviously don't have kids, but the way I do it is when I go for walks, I don't use headphones or any distractions. When I go for runs, I don't like having any distraction. I like being present and knowing what's going on around me. And again, same with hiking, just being there, taking it in. And I often find there's some of the times that I have some of my best ideas.
Yeah.
Probably this came from it. I don't know if it's a great idea.
No, it is.
We'll find out.
Even regardless of however many views it gets on, it's just nice to have a chat on it.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing.
And I like that.
The reason for doing it shouldn't be your reason for doing it shouldn't be views, should it? Really?
No.
I mean, that's the end goal, but the reason to do it is because you like it.
Yeah,
and I just enjoy that.
It's good to have a chat in it, and it be like a serious chat sometimes as well, instead of just taking a mick out of each other all the time. What would yours be?
I don't know, because I didn't want to say the same thing as you, but there is that, and obviously, I think obviously there's a lot more sense of responsibility because you're not just looking after yourself anymore, right? You've got another human that you're putting above yourself.
It's like a real life Tamagotchi,
Yeah, literally, yeah, and like you said, obviously, you would do anything to give them the best life possible. So it's about doing what you can.
Yeah, it's mad how selfless you become to your kids. You don't think about it, do you?
No.
You know, you don't give it a second thought. Oh, I wanted to. Oh, whatnot.
It's all about them.
Yeah,
it's selfless, isn't it? Not selfish.
No, selfless. That's what.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was selfish.
Yeah, it's best thing I've ever done, but it is a graft.
Wow, it's hard work, but it's always rewarding, isn't it?
Yeah, but even, do you know what else it's made me realise? Like, just to like stop stressing about minuscule things. Like, do you know what I mean? If there's a dirty plate on the side, then I don't need it. The house will clean at some point. Do you know what I mean? They're not going to remember the house being dirty.
No.
They're going to remember playing in the house. Do you know? And like, I'll put Frank every night. If I put Frank to bed, I'll read the 2 books. I'll sing 3 nursery rhymes. There's nursery rhymes in the same order. I sing the princesses. I sing good night to the princesses on our wall. And she's got me wrapped around the little finger, like. But sometimes if she's like, you know, oh, can I have another cuddle, daddy, or can I do this, daddy, or sometimes you'd be like, Frankie, no, go to sleep or whatnot, and then you think, my kids ask me for a cuddle, what am I doing? Do you know what I mean? Give her a cuddle, and then you think, what? So then I end up giving about 10 cuddles because I feel guilty.
I'm sorry.
Especially when they're young, though, man. Like, obviously, you've got pretty much a newborn, haven't you?
Yeah.
And you feel guilty sometimes because you might be sleep deprived or whatever, and you just think, oh, I want you to go to sleep and that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, like I say, you're not going to remember that bit of it. You're just going to remember enjoying being up. Sometimes you'd look back at it as if it was like it was good. I had a good experience. Even when in the moment you might not be feeling like that.
I saw a thing recently. I think I reposted it on Instagram and stuff, and it was saying, like, you're in the good days now.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you're never going to get that bit back again, are you?
Yeah, you're just going to enjoy it in the moment, I mean.
Yeah.
Because before you know it, your kids will both be in primary school.
That is the biggest lesson
You'll
for
be
me.
tidying up toys, will you?
Squeeze every single minute you can out of enjoying something.
Yeah, and it's the same for just general life.
Yeah.
Like, we all used to go out a lot more than we do now. And like, I saw, I think it was on TikTok, and it was a guy basically saying, like, enjoy the nights that you go out with the lads. Try and make sure you still do them. But like, you didn't realise how lucky you were back in the day where you could literally, it'd be Friday at 5 o'clock and you'd be in the pub by 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen anymore. So if anyone's younger, enjoy it. Get back in the pubs.
But it'd be good if you could say that. So when, like, my kids have gone to bed and I'm squeezing every single minute I can with the kids because I want to spend as much time as possible with them. That kind of, like, as soon as then when they've gone to bed and I'm to myself, that switches off. But you know that to yourself as well, don't you? You know what I mean? But it's easy to neglect yourself then, isn't it?
Yeah, I can imagine it is.
Yeah, because you sit there and say you get an hour to yourself. How nice to just sit and doing nothing. But then I'm thinking, what I could have done to what I wanted to do in that time.
Yeah.
But it's always good to have that switch off. Like, as someone that went through a big spell of burnout last year, it is brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't go to the gym for the longest I've probably ever not been in the gym for, which is very unlike me. I just couldn't be bothered doing it. Didn't have any sort of energy to do anything, really. Just about kept the podcast going. And it was like work trips and just, I had to be careful a couple of weeks ago and just take a week off the gym because I'd been away with work for 4 days, 5 days, and builds up. So you're still
a bit too much.
You hungry?
No, it's parched. I've been up before.
Didn't think we'd be going this long.
No traffic,
You don't want to know when you will switch up.
That's nothing with kids though as well. I know you asked for one point, but since having especially 2 kids, my depreciation for mums has gone through the roof. And how much they do. Like, because as a dad, I feel like I'm very involved as a dad. I'm very hands-on, but they still do so much more. They do all the little things you don't realise. So since having kids, like I can't imagine how hard it is for someone doing in like either a single parent. I can't imagine how hard it is for them. But
Yeah, just being on like maternity leave and stuff, just because you look at it, sometimes you look at the same four walls every day, aren't you? Because you've got a newborn baby.
it sounds boss, doesn't it? Having like 9 months a year out
first glance,
work, but then it's non-stop, and it's
like
like we go to work, and obviously we're bringing in an income and stuff and supporting the household, but you get a break at work, don't you? You get to see other people, you get to communicate with people, you get to listen to people's stories and vent. And
well, that's why a lot of these like mum groups are doing really well now. I've seen a lot of them popping up on Instagram of some of like our mates, missus going to them.
Yeah,
there's like park walks. I think some of them are running with the prams now as well.
Yeah, I've seen. Mates was on about going to one of those.
Yeah, there's a lot of them popping up, which is like really good. To have again human connection and just speak to other mums about similar stuff or even completely different things.
Yeah, it's so much easier for us to just go, right, I'm nipping out to get my haircut, isn't it?
Yeah.
Than a mum to say, I'm just nipping out to do something, because especially my missus breastfeeding. But the baby needs her a lot more than it needs me. Yeah, I can give him a bottle and stuff, but I feel like he just longs for his mum because he's so used to being so close to her all the time.
Well, in work, I have a factory in Sweden that I speak to a lot. Like my counterpart has just gone on maternity leave. They get it way better than we do. So I think it works out. Both the man and the woman get 6 months, like 180 days. The man can then transfer some of that 180 days to his missus, and up to like 240 days. And I'm pretty sure it's full pay.
Well,
or close to it. It's like a really good deal that they get, because he's like, oh, George, it's going to be like the last time I speak to you. I was like, oh, are you going on holiday? He's like, no, I'm having a kid. I'm like, oh, so you'll be back in like 2 weeks? He was like, 6 months.
Because even mums get like 3 weeks or something. It's daft like
that is scary, isn't it?
That's just really.
The thing is, if a mum has a C-section, then they need at least 3 weeks to recover. So then, well, when I say recovered, they're not obviously fully recovered, but then say the dad gets 2 weeks paternity leave.
Yeah, just still a week.
They're not there to support the mum at all, which
my mum had 4.
Yeah. For C-sections. Wow. Yeah.
Mad, isn't it?
But the one that was a 10-year gap was a rough one.
Yeah. I think at that point you were like, I've had just do the full.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think we'll wrap that first one up there. So I genuinely don't know. I haven't kept track of the time. I thought it's 9:45 now.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus. Must have been good. I can't see the time on that for there.
You enjoyed that though?
No,
nice work. It was good.
Once we finally got it going, I'm going to have to do the intros.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, thanks for coming on. Hopefully,
we
can do it every now and again.
I think it was good. I think sometimes I overthought about doing the topic. They just come out, don't you? As you're talking, you know.
Yeah, I think
I barely read that in
really don't you? And then
it just flows then, and someone sparks another conversation.
Yeah.
I just need to stop being so mature.
I just need to
not tell a story.
I just need to do it. Because you said a light-hearted one, and then as soon as it wasn't light-hearted, it was in the end. Anyway, no one's going to understand what I'm on about now because it's not him. But yeah, I just need to not have anything over a couple of sentences, otherwise you're going to start laughing. And then
it was him after.
And when you were saying before about reading Frankie 2 or 3 books, I was like, oh, better at reading than you are listening.
No, I'm all right at reading.
Just wetting yourself. Yeah. Being a rabbit or something.
We got our favourites, the poo and the zoo's the favourite. But yeah, I could read it off the top of me. I've read it that many times.
We'll round the podcast. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for listening to the first episode of Adult Show and Tell. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.
Nice one.
Ash, well done for not laughing at the end of that.
Got it all out.
Oh, too tired now.